Hey there, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So tonight, we have a kind of a free week this week. So tonight I thought we'd get our giraffe embroidery out again and work on the hand quilting of it. We have 2 circles to hand quilt on this guy yet. And then next week we'll actually be starting the owl embroidery for the ABC Stitch Along. So I thought this would be just fun to jump into this a little bit again. Get a little farther on this, and then maybe even tomorrow we can get the sewing machine out, that guy right back behind me, and do some free motion quilting on some of the other blocks that we have prepped. I think that'd be kind of a fun way to end the week before we jump into some embroidery again. And for embroidery, this is the last day of August. Crazy town. So our embroidery of the month, the garden design, coming with the free greeting card, the Celebrate Fall greeting card. And tonight we get a new kit tomorrow. The September embroidery kit comes out. So keep an eye on out for that. That will switch over at around 10 p.m. Central Time tonight. So, all right, you guys, let's get stitching on this quilt block. All right, you guys, so we are going to be doing some hand stitching here tonight. It's been a little while since we've seen this guy. So this is from the ABC Stitch Along, which we work on the first and second full week of the month. And so next week is kind of the first full week of September, so we'll be working on the owl embroidery. But we did not finish this one yet, the letter G. Let's floof up his tail a little bit more again. He's been squished in the bin. But we are hand quilting this guy, so we just did some big circles, and we got these 2 little circles left to do. And if we have time, maybe we'll add in another one here or there. I don't know. We'll see. But I thought it'd be fun to do a little hand stitching. All right, so this is my zipper pouch that also is hand quilted, and this has all of my hand quilting supplies in. So this is my main go-to little bin. And I'm gonna get out. I got my thimble for hand quilting, and I got my silicone thimble to help pull the needle through, and then a needle. So these are quilting needles. I got all of these supplies from the Thimble Lady. So I think it's Thimble Lady or thethimblelady.com. Here's my nice little, bug, my quilting thimble here. Let's scroll, hold on. There we go. All right. And then here are all my little needles. These are the size small ones. Oh, here we go. Thimble Lady. There's the info right there. Oh, Cerulean Crystal says like the zipper pouch is so cute. Thanks so much. I am excited for this one. The back, actually, now that I see it, I have not taken off the water-soluble lines on that yet. I really got to do that. That's crazy that I still have those on the back. But I like the simple pattern on the back. And then the front is one of my embroideries, and I just went around and around. I think maybe I'd have more space in between next time. But this was, I think, the first real hand quilting thing I did. So I'm definitely not great at this yet, and it's something I want to practice a whole lot more. I think it's really relaxing once I gotta get that back in this little paper. It's really relaxing once I get going at it, but it literally takes me like 20 minutes to get a feel. Like without fail, I feel like it's taken me about 20 minutes to kind of get going on it. So we'll see how it goes. Ooh, I lost a few. I gotta get these because these are super duper sharp. Let me just get those back in the little tinfoil thing here. It's like a little gum wrapper. Okay, guys, you gotta stay in here where you're nice and safe. All right. Now let's fold him up again. There we go. And in the bag. So extra protection from those needles. All right, and I'm using this Aurifil thread. Ooh, and you guys, I did break down and I did buy some more Aurifil thread like this, the big cones. I mean, this isn't a big cone, but like the a cone this size, I guess, a spool. They come in like way bigger cones, and I looked at that, but then I'm like, but then I'm gonna have to get like one of those stands that holds the thread up, so it's like this, so you can feed it from the ground. And I didn't know if I wanted to do all that, so I found just a set of 3 neutrals this size, and I just did that instead because all I have left to sew with is like 3 different bright oranges and a really dark blue. So I'm pretty much out of neutrals. I actually have a teeny bit left. This is all I have left. And actually, I think I'm supposed to be using this on the Splendid Sampler too, like we did last night. I feel like I'm saving this for some reason. I'm going to have to look at all my projects again. But yeah, so I think I got more of this color. What color is this? It's like code. It doesn't say the color. But I think I got a color like that, and then like 2 other neutrals. All right, I am going to do this big circle first, and I just really need enough to go around that circle. And I already poked myself too, you guys. I'm going to start with a quilter's knot. So that's where I bring the needle side and the end of the thread kind of together, like I point them at each other. And I'm going to put that thread on the needle and I'm just going to hold it there with my finger. So like pointing at each other and then resting it on the needle and just holding it there with my finger. Then I'm going to wrap around a few times. I don't know, let's do it 5 times. And then I'm going to hold all those loops. Just grab them quick with my other hand. And I'm going to just I'm holding those loops and pulling through. But then I get a nice little knot at the end, and I can really accurately put it where I want, so that's cool. Ooh, Lynn says I ordered and got a zipper from you. Yay! I need to make a zipper pouch for some little crafty thing to do. Oh, on your 11-hour flight. Oh my gosh, that is a heck of a flight. Can I take an embroidery needle and short scissors on an international flight? I would double check, but I'm pretty sure you can. A needle, I think for sure you can bring, and I think as long as it's like, I think it's like 4.5 inches, which is what these are, or shorter. Both of these are 4.5 inches. It's something, I think it's like the cut point, like this much has to be less than 4.5 inches. It's something goofy like that. I would definitely do a search for the scissors. Some things I like to do sometimes is like get like a Tic Tac, or like a dental floss thing, because on the top of that dental floss thing you can sometimes cut thread. So in a pinch, if they do take something away, you'd have that. But they haven't taken a scissors from me in a while. But just in case, I would take like your least favorite scissors. So anyway, but a needle, I haven't had any issue with that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this little guy here. Oh, Cerulean, Crystal says I've taken embroidery scissors on flights before. Oh, and Tia says use nail clippers. That's a great idea. Yeah, so you could just have like a little mini nail clippers with two. I mean, sometimes I risk bringing a scissors, but I do like having those extra bits just in case something happens. All right, I'm gonna bring my thread. Gosh, I haven't done this in a while. Oh yeah, I'm going to come in on the side, and then I'm going to come up where I want to start, which I really want to be within my line here. So I drew my 8.5 inch line here already because I can't go past, because then I'll cut my thread. All right, and there's my knot. I'm going to just kind of yank on that knot, boop, and it kind of pops through into the fabric. And I'm actually going to just snip this little end off. There we go. All right, so quilter's knot, and then you start a little ways off, and then you pop it through to the back, or to the inside, and you're good to go. So now let's get the thimbles going. Since, like I said, I already poked myself. Okay, Paula says 4 inches from the hinge to the tip. Okay, yeah. So hinge to the tip. This is like 1.5 inches for these guys. So it shouldn't be a problem. But you never know. It's like, it's whoever is working that day, right? So like whoever gets a bug up their butt that they want to, like, you know, take all your stuff, right? So just on that note, that's why I like, you know, just the nail clippers or something like that. Nope, Jennifer, I worked on we finished that Splendid Sampler 2 quilt block last night, and the next one on the list just seemed super involved. It's like a big applique piece, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to dig into all that tonight. So instead, I'm like, you know what? We got this guy to work on. Yeah, let's do that. Oop, caught a little edge there. Alright, I like kind of grabbing this whole thing, but I don't know. Like, if I had this in a hoop, I probably wouldn't be doing it that way. Oh, I think we did try doing this in a hoop, but it was easier just to go without, if I remember. I'm just trying to follow the line, and ugh. I have to, when I make a stitch, like the moment I have my finger on the back, but the moment I feel any part of that needle, I gotta go up right away, otherwise I won't. The moment I see it come up, like I feel it on the back, and then I immediately have to come up, and that'll make the stitch. And the moment I see the stitch on the top, I gotta go back down, and hey, I'm feeling like these stitches are rocking already, so maybe I don't need 20 minutes warm up tonight. That'd be freaking cool. Get through. Oh, and I don't have my other. Yeah, they're not looking too bad tonight so far. Oh, Robin says Six Flags you cannot take scissors on. Oh, that's interesting. Or scissors in. Yeah, like if you wanted to just, like if you're watching kids and we're just sitting around. Oh, Lynn, I'm totally like you. Lynn says I have not flown anywhere since 2001. I think I may be overthinking my activity bag a bit much. I will probably fall asleep. Well, the activity bag is more for than just the airplane, though, remember. Like, who knows, you know, how long you'll be waiting for the plane and, you know, sitting in the concourse somewhere, or, like, if you have to wait for a taxi or something. You just never know. Or if your flight changes and then you got to be there for 3 more hours. I think the plane isn't the issue. My guess is the, like, inside the concourse or whatever, the airport. I think that's probably the issue. Okay, no, I've lost it, you guys. I'm not doing it good anymore. Okay, the moment I feel it, then I gotta, let's get right up there. Oh shoot, now I lost it. Go back, needle. What? Gina says a friend who teaches sewing in El Salvador had a needle taken on her flight home. She was planning to smock all the way home. Oh no. See, so that's the problem, right? Again, it's like whoever is working that day, you can't go by just like what the rules are. It's who's ever working that day, whatever they want to do. So do the rules and then, you know, have an alternative for sure. And bring your cheapest items always, I think, in case they do get taken away. Oh my god, she was gonna smock the whole way home, and not having a needle would put a kink in that plan. Alright, so I'm doing this like rocking the needle motion very slowly. People do this quickly, not me. But I'm following the line, and it's basically a running stitch where you just go in and out and in and out in a line, and it makes like a dashed line. Uh-oh, caught you. And I think it's just looking so cute. Like, look how bubbly and sweet these circles are. Oh no, Robin says I almost got mine taken away. Boo! Jerk butt's taking cute scissors. Oh, you looked for a thimble like the one on my first finger forever. Oh, this silicone one? Think I'm pretty sure I got it from the same place as this thimble. So this thimble is fancy as all heck and expensive, and it was a treat for my birthday. But it's from Thimble Lady. I think you can see that. Thimble Lady. It might be thethimblelady.com. But just if you Google Thimble Lady thimbles, they're based in Australia, and they have other thimbles too. And I'm pretty sure I got this all at once. So it's a silicone thimble from there. And it's freaking fabulous for pulling needles through. I mean, you definitely do not want to use it to like push a needle through, because a needle will go right through this, but to pull, it really does grip super well. But yeah, I think I got that at the Thimble Lady as well. Ooh, something's feeling funny. Nope, I think we're good. Okay, let's keep going. I'm kind of excited about getting the other sewing machine out and doing, I think I'm going to pull that through there, doing some free motion quilting on the machine tomorrow. I feel like it's like a little way to get ahead. We've been falling a little bit behind on quilting these blocks. Oop, geez, I flung that across the room. I have about, if you don't include this one, I think I have 4... H-I-J... Yeah, koala, lion, monkey, L-M-N... or the newt. So 4. I think 4 minus this one. So 5, really, if you count this. So it would be neat to get a little ahead of that, because I would love some time to start assembling these blocks too. Coming up here, just so we can go through that whole process. So we've been prepping these blocks. We've been embroidering them and quilting them, but we've been doing that to do the quilt as you go process to turn these into quilts. And that's where you make a bunch of smaller quilted pieces, and then you assemble them with like these little sashing pieces. And it's just such a neat process because it allows us to quilt at a smaller scale like this, which is really handy because then you don't have to deal with like a giant quilt. So it'd be nice to start going through that process. So maybe we can get the next couple days. We got Thursday and Friday yet. Maybe we can get the those 4 quilted, and then coming up on Monday, we'll be working on the owl, but I don't think that's going to take a week. So at the end of the week, we could maybe start the quilt as you go process. Maybe we'll wait till there's a few, like, let's say we quilt everything that we have, and then we do the owl. That one won't be quilted yet. I'm thinking before we quilt that one, we can rack up a few more unfinished ones. Like a few more embroideries, and then we'll quilt a bunch. So I think we will have some extra time that we could start actually assembling this quilt. Quilt as you go process. Oh man, it's always this first stitch that I have trouble with. So I'm thinking there's a practice and potentially a trick that I don't quite know yet. So I might have to Google. This is some freaking niche Googling, but like hand quilting, how to do the first stitch so it's not super long, right? I need to do a Google search like that. Because all these other ones I think I'm sort of getting, and I think with practice I'll get better. I need to make a whole project where I do a pile of hand quilting just to like really get the hours in of practice, right? Because this is actually looking good. Like I said earlier, I'm way impressed that it didn't take like 20 minutes for me to get into it. Oh, 3 Scotty says, thanks, been looking for one to allow nails. Yeah, that's what's so nice about this one for sure. I don't have really long nails now, but yeah, you could have like super duper long nails. You might have to cut it a little wider because it's not, I mean, I think it stretches though. Yeah, oh, it totally stretches. So yeah, you could totally have long nails and still be able to like pull through. That's what's so nice. That's what I like about this one too, is, you know, it allows for all of that. It's like jewelry. Ooh, Sylvia says, I sewed the first part of a binding onto a quilt today. That's always feels good. That's kind of my favorite part, getting the binding on. Because that feels like you're done. Like you've finished a whole big project. You're on like the last step. Except for, again, the label, like getting a label on there. I got to do that for the granny square quilt yet. I always like kind of forget about the label, and then it's like, dang, I need a label on this thing. And then I'm always happy once it's on, because it's like it just tells like the history of the piece a little bit, so I do like that. But yeah, the act of making the label, for some reason, I'm just not wild about. And I think it's because of the binding. Like, in my head, the binding is like the last big hurrah of making a quilt. And I just get excited to stitch it, and then I get it done. I'm like, yay, I'm done. And then I'm like, no, I'm not done. Boo. Okay, I'm definitely stitching in slow motion, but dang, my stitches are looking pretty nice. Oh, Sylvia says I've never done a label. Yeah, I didn't used to. Actually, until like I started being live here, and then I've been like kind of recording, like putting a date or whatever, any information on it, and I do kind of like seeing that. Like when I look back at my quilts now, I'm just like, oh, that's right, I did that. Dang, that was in 2001 or something, you know, and I do kind of like that. So I see the value. I just have not been good at doing it. So that's why the project's out here yet. The granny square quilt. All right, this is my last guy for here, because I need to tie a knot before I hit this edge here. So I'm going to take these guys off. But dang, you guys, my stitches look freaking awesome. I don't think they've ever looked this good, this right out of the gate in a sewing session. But like, look, they look like close together. They're almost the same size. I mean, compare it to this left one is the first one that I did on this, I don't know, a couple months ago when we worked on it. But definitely tighter, more even. Even the ones where I practiced a little, like where I was like well past the 20-minute mark. So, I don't know. It's looking good tonight. I'm feeling good. Oh, God. All right, so I need to tie another one of those quilter knots. So I'm just going to go around my needle a few times. Actually, this one's more like a French knot almost. But I'm going to hold those loops about a stitch length away. This is a little tricky, but about a stitch length away from where I left off. There you go. You can see, I mean, I'd probably want to go like a little less, but the knot is right now about 1/4 of an inch. If I could get it like 1/8 of an inch, that would have been better. But I'm going to just make my one last stitch and then like scooch somewhere up a little farther away. I still want to be within my square so I don't cut this off accidentally. And we're going to pop that knot, boop, to the back there. And I feel lost without the needle minder, so I'm going to stick a needle minder here. We'll plop that on there. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to just set my needle down, not on anything. Scares me now. All right, so we'll snip that away. And there we go. We got our first little dude. And we just have one more here, so let's work on that guy. We might just call it an early night here. I think I'm going to take this one off because I think he's going to get in the way. I probably don't need this one here anymore either because we've stitched here and here. So I'm going to just take both of these off. And now we got the smallest one, which I think is going to be the hardest because I can't stitch in a straight line for very long. Because, you know, we're on a curve and you really can only do like gradual curves or straight lines, I think. Unless you're a pro, I suppose. Okay, let's get another little length of thread here. So grab my needle again. Thanks, Shirley. Thanks, Sylvia. Feeling good tonight. All right. Thanks, Cassie. All right, let's thread that needle. Gosh, I can barely see it. This needle is so much smaller than my embroidery needles, but the pinch method still works, I feel like, although I just can't see the orange against my fingers. So as I gradually unpinch, the moment I see that thread, I'm going to place the eye of the needle right over it. There we go. Just couldn't see the thread from that far away. All right, again, I don't need much, just enough to go around this circle. So, boop, we'll go right there. Okay, I'm really excited for the 3 like neutral colors I got of Aurifil thread today. I think that's going to be good. And oh my gosh, you guys, I got another thing. I got this tambour embroidery needle. I know we talked about this a while back, but I got I don't know, I don't remember even where. But anyway, I got a tambour embroidery needle. That's like where it's like a crochet hook and a needle at the same time, and you just basically make chain stitches with it. And you do it on like an organza. So I bought, when I got the Aurifil thread, I bought some organza today as well. So soon I'll be able to try this for the first time. I want to do like tons of like beads, like almost like a beaded patch or something, like an embroidered beaded patch is kind of what I'm thinking. And I don't know of what yet or anything, and I'm sure I'll have to like, practice and figure out what the heck I'm doing. But I'm really excited to try that. I've never done that before, and I have beads from like when I was, I don't know, in elementary school still, and it'd be fun to just start using them again, start using them up. I just feel like I'm in such like use up all the things mode, even though I just said I bought organza and all that, but the idea is I can use up some of my beads from forever ago, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So as soon as that comes in, we'll have to do a little figuring out situation. Oh, Sharon says my cat is on my lap. Nice. So go kitty. All right, last little circle here. I do like crunching up my hands like around the fabric like this, so I don't know how I would do a bigger piece or a piece in the hoop. I think that'd be a little difficult for me. I know we've done it before, but I think maybe I would have to have it in a stand so I can access the bottom and the top without like setting it down. But I don't know. Right now, I'm getting by with just this little piece, just scrunching it up in my hands, I think. As long as I like am actively thinking about leaving it flat, like I don't want to bunch up the fabric on the front or the back, so I am thinking about, like as I stitch, I gotta be flat with it. This is the first stitch where I always freak myself out. Ooh, that's not bad. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to stop there because we got this tight arc this time, so I can only do a couple stitches. So that's going to give me a lot of practice on stitch number 1, because I'm going to have a lot of them. I'm going to have to keep starting and stopping. All right. Oh gosh. Can you hear me not breathing? I feel like I just, like, and I went in like full concentration mode there too. No talking all of a sudden. Oh, Catherine says I really like to hand quilt without a hoop. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I kind of have this idea in my head, which again, like I need another project, right? But I have so many squares of fabric like this square here, and like we have it in our shop. That's what we use in our kits and stuff, but I inspect each piece, and sometimes they have like, I don't know, something weird going on with it or whatever, so I don't throw them out. I've been saving all those pieces for years, and I've been starting to just sew scraps together, so I kind of want to make a quilt that's just scraps, but I would love to just add pockets of turkey work. So like, you know how we did the lion and how we did this giraffe tail is turkey work where it's really like floofy, like it's actually three-dimensional and floofy. I would love to just do like pockets, like little weird blobs all over the quilt, like here and there of the floof, because I have a tons of extra embroidery floss too, right? Like on the cones and stuff of floss. So like I want to start using that. So I think so. This cream colored quilt with like blobs of floof, which would take forever because turkey work takes forever. And then like hand stitching like this. So like those kind of three things together, like the cream colored thread or the cloth, colorful turkey work, and then like this like delicate like hand stitching, all kind of like abstract. I think that would be. That project's been on my brain for some reason, and again, it's just like I want to use up all the things. And it was fun doing that turkey work, and like I said, I want a project. Oh yeah, I gotta pull through. I want a project that I can just kind of sink into the hand quilting of it all, just to get way more comfortable. Because I'm really enjoying it, but I just feel like clumsy and like I just need like piles of practice, right? So I feel like I need to construct. I'm gonna pull through there. I need to construct a project around that, and that'd be a good one. I actually kind of like doing these circles. Like these circles all over a quilt would be kind of fun. All right, this first stitch is just getting me. There we go. Yep, pull through. All right, about halfway. These big ones, I like these bigger ones, I think, where you can do a bunch of stitches before you pull the needle through, but it's still like a cute little circle. Ugh, come back here, guy. I'm so fumbly with tiny thread too. Maybe I just need practice with that too, because you know we've been doing so much with embroidery that anything smaller, I just feel like my fingers are huge and clumsy then. All right, that was kind of a big stitch, but we're going with it. See if we can get one more. Nope. This is too tight of a curve. We're doing them in smaller bits. A little less. There we go. Yep, just two at a time here. I think it goes really well though with the little dots on him. Oh, thanks, Cassie Talks. Yeah, letter G. This one was a ways back, but in our alphabet, but it's, you know, because we're hand quilting it, so it took a little longer to get done with. I like pulling on it a little bit more too, just to get it like a little bit of puckering. I think that's just so cute with hand quilting, the little bit of mini puckers. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's really cute and sweet looking. I should check how these are looking on the back, but we're going with it. Yeah, come on, guy. There we are. I still really like this thimble because I can push sideways like this versus like the tip of a thimble like that. I think that's been good. I've tried it on my third or my fourth finger, and it just doesn't fit really well there, and I feel like I'm clumsier with my fourth finger than my third, so we're just keeping on with the third. Kind of got a little off the circle there, but I think we're fine. I think just 2 more, and then we'll have our last little stitch that we prep that knot for and pull through. Yeah. And then up. Yep, and we just don't have enough room for one little, oops, lost my needle. One little extra stitch. Let's thread that again. I might need to trim it, but we'll see. There we go. Okay, so I gotta do that little knot, kind of like a French knot here. But I'm gonna hold the loops so that it's like about an 1/8 inch, or best I can, as close as I can get to like a stitch length away from where it's exiting the fabric, because that was a little long, but that's fine because we're going to still pull it through. So I'm going to just make that little stitch. This is like what the last stitch is, and then we're going to go through the middle of the fabric and just come up a little ways out. Let's get my thimble on again because that just makes it a whole lot easier. All right, to the knot, and then pull, and you hear that pop, and it pops on through. Okay, and there we go. I think we're done with this guy. I don't think I'm going to add any more. I think it's just cute as is. And we have this little, we made this frame so we can kind of peek at what it looks like for real. And I think that helps a lot just to kind of see. Because I mean, we could do like some extra ones and like cross them over and stuff. But I think it's just gentle and sweet and nice just as is. So I think we'll stop this one right here, and I think we might end a little early tonight. I'll show you guys where we're at with this project though again, because I do want to work on this tomorrow, so let me put this stuff away quick. But yeah, let's check out the blocks. So on Monday I'll be stitching the owl, but yeah, for tomorrow and Friday, it would be nice to machine quilt the other ones that we don't have done. So, and I actually wouldn't mind taking on another hand quilting one like this. I think these hand quilted ones are really fun. And this actually didn't take as long as I thought. This just took like 2 sessions, I think. 2 or 3 sessions, maybe. I don't think it took much longer than that, or any longer than that. All right. Get my needles back into my zipper pouch for for hand stitching. But all right, so let's take a look at our other ones. Oh, and you guys, this is just sitting next to me. I think this turned out just so sweet. This is what we finished earlier in the week. Yeah, did we spend time on this week this week still? I think we did. Or maybe that was last week yet. I don't remember. But anyway, oh yeah, I think we finished that last Friday. But that is our embroidery of the month, and we get a new embroidery of the month later tonight, actually. I am going to be switching over the old embroidery of the month to the new one tonight when we're done here. All right, so here's all the other ones. Let me close my bin up again here. All right, so Monday we'll be stitching, for the full week we'll be stitching the owl, and then the second week we'll be doing our little pig here. So these are the next 2, the O and the P. But here's what we got done yet. So now I can actually put the giraffe on the done pile now, so I'll fit him in when we get to that letter. But we have the newt. So these are all pinned. Everything's pinned and ready to go. We just haven't, I don't know what we'll do on them yet, but I think it'll be fun to free motion quilt these. So this one, here's just the little practice piece. I'll pull that out. Oh, here's our letter K. J, K, L. Oh, we're out of order here too. Let's get in order. There's the lion. Okay, here we go. I'm way out of order. Where's the monkey? We're going to fix this. Let's see if I know the alphabet backwards. So, there we go. So, Newt, the monkey, those are fun. The lion, we did finish him the other day, so we had to add the text in. We did little cross-stitch L's, that was fun. The koala, and then I think those are the only 4 that we don't have quilted yet. So yeah, Newt, monkey, lion, koala, I'll leave those out. Those are the ones that we need to work on. And then I got the jellyfish. These are all the finished ones, so jellyfish. These are the ones that we can actually start trimming and making them into the actual quilt. The hedgehog. Here's where we can put the giraffe in. And F for the fox. Oh. Elephant. I still really like the quilting on this one. We might have to do another one like this. I just think that it was just fun and sweet. The little doggy. The cat. So here we can see, we should actually look at these. Let's go back the other way and look at them in the frame, because I think that makes a big difference. So the B and the A, because we got all these weird edges, but once we start putting them in the frame like this, I think we really start getting a sense of what it's going to look like. Like this looks, the sky looks kind of neater and that sort of thing. And I haven't looked at these all in the frame yet either, so I just kind of want to peek quick. Cute! It looks so much nicer when it's trimmed. Like I'm trimming it in the frame, basically. Ooh, that's a really all over, like, there's a lot going on in that one, so that's interesting to see. Oh yeah, this one we stitched words into. Oh, and the heart, that's right. Oh, we could do another one that's just like swirls and hearts. That would be cute. I like how this one turned out too. But yeah, I think this elephant is still my favorite. I like those itty bitty, like a little daisy chain crown almost around him. We try to do like a similar thing here, but a little bit bigger, but I think it looks cuter on the elephant. Oh, Cassie Talk says, I love that the cat has yarn with it. Had to give him some yarn. Oh yeah, and this is our guy that we just finished. I think he looks so cute, like trimmed, basically. Yeah, we should put another hand-stitched one in there. That was fun to do. This was supposed to look like knit, or a little bit like how we did the text here. All over print. And here we were actually trying to do a drawing, so he's on a leaf, all sorts of leaves, and little apple there. I think that just turned out so cute. We might have to do a pictorial one like this tomorrow as well. I have to take I did take the water soluble marker off, but it bled a little bit, so I just have to go over with more water. And then J, this is our last finished block. So these are the done ones, and then again, like I was showing earlier, let me move these guys. We got, not that one, HJ, the koala, lion, monkey, and newt to still finish. So these are the 4 that I think we will start working on tomorrow. So have some ideas ready if you want. Like this one, so we've actually already stitched this feller a lot. We a couple of years ago, we did like a community quilt here of where everyone stitched K's, or the koalas. It was actually without. Oh, did it have the K? I don't remember if we had the K's on it. I don't remember. But we drew like a bunch of like bamboo leaves or eucalyptus or whatever it is that they eat. I forget. Eucalyptus, I think. And that was all over it. And I thought that was really fun. So maybe we do that again for him. But I don't know. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And tomorrow we will stitch some of these guys up. So I think we are going to call it a little early night tonight as well. Yeah, so I think we'll call it early there, and just another reminder that the embroidery of the month it's the end of the month, so the embroidery of the month will stay. It's the garden embroidery, so the garden embroidery will stay. It just won't come with the freebie anymore, the greeting card, the Celebrate for All greeting card, and if you're not subscribed, it'll go up to the normal price as well. And then a new kit, the September embroidery of the month, will be going live later tonight. So you'll have to check that out. So awesome, you guys. Thank you again for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Have a lovely evening. Good night.